Hello everyone, it's Raven here today with the Battle of the High Elves, so a little bit of a revolution going on. Teclis is going to try and quell this princess and her mighty dragon army that she's brought today. So we got a little Battle of the Cavalry and then some dragons that are going to be laying the absolute smackdown. Hopefully, we'll see how they do because they're going to be facing quite a few archer units over here. So we have 4 units of Lothern Seaguard with shield over here for my opponent and the front lines of the front line with white lions of trace. Excuse me. So these guys are going to be pretty hard hitting, especially if they can be left in prolonged melee combat without being taken down by any kind of powerhouse units. And in the back over here, he's actually got 2 units of Athilmar chariots, which are going to be running down my lines pretty heavily. And then in the back, again, 2 units of Silver Helms, one with one silver chevron and one with 2 silver chevrons. And over here, Teclis with all of his spells, the Potion of Cheroi, the Kane's Ring of Fury, and then the Greater Arcane Conduit. So he's going to be getting a bunch of Winds of Magic to cast with this game, especially when he uses Wild Heart and he's able to cast anytime. So anytime he casts and anytime he pops this, he's just gating all that arcane magic. He's just gathering all the Winds of Magic, just siphoning it to him, sucking it all over the place. So over here for my army, I have 2 units of Silver Helms on the flanks, but what really makes up the most of my army is these 5 spearmen in the front with their 50 melee defense. So they're going to be they're going to be able to hold out for quite a long time with their 50 melee defense, even though their 40 armor is not really going to be able to back them up that much. And I have 1 unit of regular archers and then 1 with light armor kind of spread out to try and reduce any damage that the archers my opponent will have, because undoubtedly, as a high elf, you're probably going to have archers. But what really makes up the meat and potatoes of this army is this princess on her star dragon, this moon dragon, and my other star dragon. So unfortunately, moon dragons and star dragons are capped at 1 per army, but you can grab another one with your princess or your prince with I believe the prince can only get a moon or star dragon, or perhaps it's a sun and star dragon, while the princess can get a moon or star dragon. And you can actually see that there's different sizes, so this guy's a little bit more petite than this fat lord right here of a star dragon. So we'll also be seeing a little bit of a widespread flame attack coming off of this guy, while it's a little bit more focused, kind of like a Death Star beam on this Star Dragon, trying to focus down anybody. This guy looks absolutely terrifying. Look at that shit. And look at this attack rating on this guy. Not attack rating, but the stats for melee attack and melee defense quite high. And not only that, the weapon strength being 580 with 435 armor piercing damage is absolutely ridiculous. So using this guy, especially with flaming attacks against like a War Hydra or anything with regeneration, it's going to tear it apart. Imagine this fighting a Terrorgeist in the air, not only being able to get the breath attack off against the Terrorgeist, but then doing this absolutely ridiculously high flaming attack damage against it, being boosted by like another 20-25% because of that weakness to fire that everything with regeneration has. That would be ridiculous. But let's go ahead and get to this fight. Go ahead and fast forward it a little bit, because there's going to be quite a little bit of skirmishing going on, but then I'm going to realize, okay, the main engagement is going to be over here. If I can eliminate all this, I'm going to win this game, more than likely. These chariots go roundabout, I kind of ignore them, and I go ahead and try and focus on the charges, getting my Silver Helms to charge these guys. My opponent starts trying to micro everything, all these units, and his chariots, and he kind of loses focus over here for a second. These Silver Helms get charged straight in the face, and they get punched right in the face by all these guys with their lances, and here come the dragons. They're going to start reaping quite a nasty toll. 4 dead just off that 1 attack, 4 dead over here with 1 attack as well, and the Silver Helms are going to catch these guys in the back, and right here, I'm going to unleash a terrifying breath attack. I'm going to go ahead and put this in slow motion because Teclis is not long for this earth right now. 27 and 66 HP, and it's just going down, 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 down even more, down even more, down even more, down even more, more and more. Oh my god. 2,000 damage off of 1 breath attack, and he breaks immediately. And I'm like, alright, finish the job, princess, get in there. She misses the charge initially, but turns right around. She's gonna smack Teclis right in the back of the head. 79 health on him. He is shattered. And these guys got charged in the rear. It's hit by this Moon Dragon right here. He's got 12 kills now. This Star Dragon's got 7, and these Silver Helms got 21. These ones are going to be gone from the game for sure. These guys are going to be chased down by my cavalry. But over here, the White Lions of Trace are going to be able to engage across the front lines quite heavily. I'm trying to put 2 on this 1 unit, and then 1 on each of these guys. I'm kind of allowing this one to charge through, because what I was going to end up trying to do is move these guys forward and start doing some flanking shots. But of course, these guys ended up being tied down by these chariots and took quite a beating right there, losing about half their HP. And as you can see, I start moving these guys in, like I said, and I was going to put them just right there. As you can see, putting them in this formation, I was going to be able to shoot straight down the line at these guys, but then they get rammed by these chariots as well. So I'm like, okay, these guys are all dealt with. I need to get back to my main army, because if everybody starts routing, all I have is flying units and a couple units of Silverhounds, who honestly are going to get torn up by these Lothran Sea Guard if they can get some shots off prior to bracing with their spears and absolutely skewering these guys before they can do any of their damage. So as you can see, these guys are moving in, and they're not really able to get any shots off on anything. They could shoot these guys, but they're going to go ahead and turn around and start fighting these dragons. Breath Attack kind of whiffed on that guy. It didn't really go off. He's going to be able to use it again pretty soon, though. There it goes. Going into these bunched up infantry over here, roasting alive a few of my own people, but getting quite a few of these guys right here for the White Lines of Trace. This guy coming down, terrifying these people, and be able to terrify and run them off for a little bit. These guys as well coming down. Silverhound's getting a good charge off over here, but it was against braced Lothran Sea Guards, so that charge defense versus large is going to go off. These guys will also potentially brace. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. There they go. They brace. They brace just in time, but it's still going to be a brutal charge knocking these guys back. And right here, Breath Attack going off with the Moondragon, not getting off the most damage. I was hoping it would do a little bit more across the line, but it is still a little bit more focused than I was hoping for. And I'm going to go ahead and just put them on these chariots, because I'm like, if I can get rid of these chariots, I'm pretty sure I can mop up these White Lions of Trace with spearmen or archers or dragons or something like that. I just need to get rid of the heavy hitters. So I'm trying to cycle charge my Silver Helms all over the place, because these guys aren't braced anymore. These guys aren't braced anymore. So I'm trying to get that cycle charge off as much as possible while these dragons just absolutely mop the floor with anybody they can. Because even though these guys have a bonus versus large, and do pretty decent damage, honestly, against them, because they have a bonus of 16. That's quite a bit, and it does count as armor piercing, I'm quite sure, so it's going to be 24 extra damage that they do per hit. It's not going to be enough. This princess has a lot of HP, a lot of armor, and a lot of killing power, and this guy's coming back with 36 kills on him. This princess already racking up 63. Over here, this Moondragon with 29. But as you can see, all my archers and my spearmen have been wiped off the field. As you can see, I'm only down to 170 people. Well, he's still got about 400 people I have to contend with. But right here, I'm starting to see this is a pretty grouped up bunch of people. So I start pulling him out rapidly. You can see me just double clicking madly. I'm just like, get out, get out, get out. So I start trying to get him up in the air and turn him around as quick as possible for a breath attack. And then over here, I start pulling together these two guys with their breath attacks against these chariots, and start trying to do combined damage against them, because if I can start shooting them down or just knocking them off the face of the earth with all the breath attacks and all that melee power that these dragons have, I'm going to be able to deal with the biggest mobility threat that these guys have, because after that, I can just cycle charge the hell out of all these Lothran Sea Guard for days, and they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Right there, I was hoping to hit like a clump of infantry, but he kind of targets out here in the open. I'm just like, alright, whatever, just go in there, go ahead and do your job, Star Dragon. Already getting a couple kills just off of landing, and he's going to get another 6 kills just like that. This guy over here is going to take out these chariots over here, and from here, it's just cleanup duty. He has no answer for all these dragons. He has no answer. All of his Lothran Sea Guard could have focus fired them, but they're just so mobile and running all over the place that they really can't get that focus fire that they need. And because they are also very heavily armored at 80, and 50 honestly isn't the most, but 80 and 80, it's quite a lot of armor for something so big, even though it is large and can get hit quite easily from all these arrows. They don't have the killing power, and that's it. That's it. Teclis got wiped off the field there in the very first minute of the game. Very unfortunate, but you gotta pay attention to your lords, especially when a Star Dragon staring down at you from right above with that angle, just fucking Death Starred him down, like I said. Oh my god, so that was brutal. So you gotta watch out for that. Dragons are no joke. They're definitely here to punish the masses and punish the lords from the High Elves. Well, everybody else kind of has a run-of-the-mill dragon attack that's kind of more centered against fighting groups of infantry, whereas a lord probably won't take too much damage from them. And the Terrorgeist also got its breath attack, and it's good against characters and grouped up infantry, but honestly, it doesn't do ridiculous amounts of damage like that. 2,000 damage off of one breath attack, that's pretty mighty. That's no joke. Whereas a Terrorgeist will probably do 600 if it critically hits that person. But overall, that was super fun. I can't believe how much fun that build was. I encountered a build just like this for my very first game ever in Warhammer 2 online as the Lizardman, and it decimated poor Mazdamundi on his lock mount, and it just roasted him alive. Because I think the guy had 2 Star Dragons, and they just dual breathed him down, and he was just like, nope, I'm out. So a lot of killing power coming out of these White Lions of Trace, though, but they're going up against Spearmen. They should have outclassed them pretty heavily. Overall, very good game, though. If you guys like what you saw, go ahead and leave a like. Lets me know what you'd like to see, and subscribe if you want to see more. I will be pumping out more content. Got that campaign going on for the Lizardmen now, and I will be doing some more online battles, coming up with some interesting builds I find here and there, or on my own, just kind of having fun. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. So I'll catch y'all later.